Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Airport CEO. We are already into beta 2.2 over here, so yes, it's been a week since I've played and yeah, that's where we're at, 2.2. So let's see, where were we busy in the last episode? We clearly seem to have some issues over here. Let's speed things up a little bit. So I think this is just this guy waiting for that. There seems to be two buses on top of one another over there. Anyway, this will move and I'm sure we'll get a metro station or something in there pretty quickly now. Let's quickly have a look at R&D, what is going on. We're currently doing the ultimate commercial license. That'll take a little bit more time to get us done, and then we'll start doing some other things, but for the time being I think it's okay. We are making a little bit of money, not a lot, but it is keeping us afloat for now. We have a lot of various types of things going on here. Let's just have a look. Do we have enough staff and vehicles and things like that? So we're equalized on the avgas truck. I'm not suggesting we do more on the avgas side of things. We're equalized on airside shuttles. That's fine. I think it's okay. We could probably do with a little bit more maybe, but I think it's okay for now. In terms of staff, we could do with another security officer or two. Don't really think we need 6 of them, do we? Got like 3 of them required over here and 1 over there, so really we do have a surplus of 2 security officers. We are running our baggage claim and our baggage is probably working pretty well. Let's quickly have a look at what's going on our flight planner. Sorry, this is just me getting up to speed. Why would we have the entire morning that is open? I think that might be something weird. Definitely that was not supposed to be the case here. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something weird's going on. Other than that, we've got a lot of room. We do have a flight capacity issue that we've reached. So ultimate commercial license, I believe, is what is required for us to get the other ATC tower, right? Yeah, I think that is the situation. Let's quickly pop in here and see. The ultimate commercial license proves you through Airport CEO. It gives you the rights to maximize your operation through even more flights per day. Oh, there was a comment suggesting that we can, instead of doing the ultimate commercials license, do the radar. And the radar will give us an extra few flights. So let's see about plopping down a radar over here. That actually looks pretty decent right over there. So let's plop that one down. It is a 50k project right there. Ooh, we needed to quickly just simulate the construction switched off over there and see, there we go. So now our radar is in place. It looks pretty spiffy, I might add. Now, if we go in here, did we get extra flights? We've got extra flights. So now we can at least get all those extra flights assigned as quickly as we can. I think we're running the bulk of them now. Let's see if we shouldn't maybe get ourselves an additional contract. So let's quickly see what contracts are on offer. I believe we've got all of the airline contracts in place at the moment. I'm wondering about negotiations and auto negotiations, all those kind of things. We've got some negotiation points available, so we will keep an eye on that, and as it goes, we will add some negotiations. Before we go to auto, we'll try and do our own thing. So now we should at least be able to fill up some more flights until such time as we get a larger ATC tower. Now, the thing that we need to go ahead and do now is get enough money in place so that we can get our extra runway. So I will spend the cash to unlock this guy. And hopefully our operation is resilient enough so that we don't have to have too many issues with not making any profits. But it's looking pretty good. Our previous hour was good. This is looking decent actually. 4,000 to 5,000 an hour is not bad. There is a lot of traffic here now. Look at this. A lot of traffic that we're trying to use on this runway. So obviously the runway is getting quite busy. And that is part of why we want to do the extra runway. So let's go ahead and unlock that area over there. As part of this, and I do apologize, it's probably pretty dark for you to see at the moment. So let's use this time wisely. Ooh, if you go into the build menu, it all lights up. I probably knew that, but don't necessarily put much effort on that. That's just this. So now, if I just run this fence line all the way along this side, up to about there. I think is about the right spot. Up here to about yeah, somewhere over there. I'm not too sure to what level are we putting those things in on already, but let's see. Just try and finish off the fence. Yeah, okay, so there was a little bit of extra room there. So with that in mind, we can now go ahead and clean out this section of fence here and start planning out our additional runway. There's a fox up there, huh? I believe as soon as the fox hits the fence, it disappears. So let's try and see what happens now. I think the fox should disappear, right? So we'll remove that. Now there's a fox kind of running in here. Hopefully it's not going to be a problem fox. Okay, so runways. Actually, I want a large runway in here, and they come at a cost of $750. So we can't actually even afford our large runway. But yeah, the idea was that this should be a large runway, and then from there we will actually operate both medium and large planes, and I think it will probably be sufficient to cover all of our requirements. I'm gonna pop in here and see what's happening with our, yeah, so that's a costly item. It was because we've unlocked that additional plot, I believe. That's why that has happened. So the question is, can we and should we add more other infrastructure? Why are you parked over there, buddy? I'm not too sure what's happening right there. You shouldn't be parking in that spot. There's lots going on. There's lots of open slots available at the moment. Can we try and get rid of this guy? There we go. There we go. Make your move, buddy. Make your move. I don't mind not seeing any GA over here. Yeah, it seems there's a bit of an issue going on here. They should just be queuing up all the way through here. So let's keep that in mind. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it was just a little temporary glitch and things are all smooth and fine now. Let's keep an eye on our vehicles and on our staff. No problems whatsoever. So that's pretty good. I think what we need to do is we need to go and grab a bit of a loan. So if we go into the economy, we go for fees. Ooh, can we do fees? We need a CFO to do fees. But if we go with a loan, so we need $750 at least for that. So this is an hourly cost of 5,000, which is kind of what we're making at the moment. So maybe this will put us in the right spot. 12 days at a 3% interest rate, that's about the right thing to do. So I'm going to go ahead and yeah, our interest on that is so low that let's continue and grab that one. So now we've got sufficient money in terms of the loan so that we can expand our airport. But we've also finished the project, so let's quickly pop in here and look at our operations, and let's see. So the ultimate license, now we can take people off of there, slot in a few up there. Let's see, what else can we start working on? Program group 2, please. Let's hit that one. Program group 2. We'll get a few people up there. We'll get some in there. And then we've got additional administrators just kind of hanging around. We can start to maybe put them into repair cost, salary cost. I think salary cost is going to be the right thing. So let's add a few into the salary cost to try and drop down our salary costs as much as we can. Nice. So now we're in a position where we can actually start planning out our bigger runway, our bigger airline facility. So that's the large runway over there. With that one in place, let's kind of think, how are we going to do this? I want it fairly central, so I think that is just about right. I'm not going to count squares or anything. That should be close enough. Let's do it right over there. So I'm going to slot that one. This one is running in what angle? Sorry, I'm just double checking. So that one's running into that way. So I believe we would like to do a very similar thing right here. Is that about the middle? I'm just going to do about the middle, if I can. slowly give us a little bit of a, yeah, there we go. I think that spot right about there is about the middle. So let's slot that one in there. There we go. That one is now there. Still got a fair bit of room in terms of money. Okay, we've finished these ones off. Let's get project group 3 going on. Get like 3 people on that. We'll get structural engineering going on. We'll get our 3 people in there. We need a project group 3. Project group 3 is underway. Okay, so that can do that. So reduce project time. What is this? Benefit 10%. Oh, increased R&D project speed. Yeah, I'm not sure that's very good. Staff productivity boost. What does this give you? 8% per staff skill. And then marketing. What does this do? 5% increased passenger spending at food and shop franchises. At this point in time, none of these seem to be very useful. The salary cost is probably about our best bet. Even with our extra funding, we are still seemingly making a little bit of hourly money, which is good if that is the case. Now, okay, we need to spend a fair bit more to try and get everything up and running. So the next thing that I'm after is these things. So if we do, this is where they will be kind of launching from. Okay, so we'll see how we provide a little bit of queuing space there. That guy's complaining for something. We will see what that is all about. I believe we can grab one of these somewhere over here somewhere. I think that should be about right and get them straight off. I think that's about right. And we'll grab one more, the big one, all the way at the end for the very largest of guys. We'll slot that one in and that's about it. Now over here, runway ramp not connected to what? Urine exit only. Urine an entry. No, not an entry. And urine exit only as also. There we go. Now we need the next thing we need to do, and over here, bear in mind, we'll probably have to put some de-icing facilities now. I'm not too sure. Well, it's WA. You don't necessarily need de-icing. So we'll maybe avoid doing de-icing because we're kind of running out of a little bit of space. No, there will be plenty of space in the middle over here. Okay, but what I wanted to do is make sure we have sufficient room for a bit of a queue. I don't want this one to get as busy in that specific location, and that's basically the situation. So I want us to go ahead and grab taxiway foundation. Now this is a pretty pricey piece of infrastructure, these taxiway foundations. So maybe I'll do all the way over there as a bit of a queue. And there's a bit of a question mark around should we provide maybe a queue that doesn't go straight, but it just wouldn't feel right to me. So what we'll do, I want to try and make the best use of some of these areas here. Project group 3. Okay, let's go back. Let's get continuous. Let's go on our project pieces. So now we've got additional pieces there. So program group 3. Let's get that one in place. And I'm guessing. Oh, I never actually assigned someone there. Okay, hang on. Get out of there. Go to administrators. Ooh, that's not where I wanted to go. Let's try this one over here. So I never actually went and assigned those guys to it. This one over here, let's get some of these other pieces in place, and then we obviously need to figure out why this doesn't want to work. We need a strategy director. So we'll grab this one in the meantime, get a few people to go and work that for us, and then we'll go and get a strategy director and probably all the other bits and pieces of our executive suite here. Strategy director, procurement director, and CFO. So if we go here for the executives, CFO, can we get a pretty cheap CFO? 28.9 seems reasonable. So let's hire that one over there. Then we also need strategy director and procurement director. So we'll try that. Procurement director at 12. I don't think it makes much of a difference on these guys. So let's go in and hire the cheap one, procurement director there. And then a strategy director at 28. Ooh, procurement director at 5. 24, let's grab 24. Mehmet Kaya over here, let's grab you. And I believe that's everybody in the C-suite now. Hopefully we can still afford all of that. And if we pop back into here, now we should be able to start doing the research for the shops and other franchises. Okay, that is the plan. Now, while that is going, let's continue our work with regards to the Taxiway Foundation. I am tempted to actually run just the one there. And it's here where you guys are going to tell me that it needs to be wider up on this side. So let's do something like that. Okay, and we'll do 9 wide. Is that 9 wide is what we're going for over here? So let's do 9 wide from here. Let's get rid of that little section. There we go. I think that's going to be okay. Now, what we're looking for is asphalt. This is a trick of the trade, though. So we'll run just the little asphalt pieces out there, so it kind of looks like taxiway, but it's not actually going to be. And on this side over here, we will go all 9 wide for the big guys. Now, we will also want to connect these up to about there and up to about there. So that is the trick of the trade. So you kind of use the taxiway just for the center one, so that you get a little bit of extra money and things like that on there. Okay, now this is kind of where we're going to get the queuing to happen. So if anything, we will have our de-icing stuff over here. So I'm tempted that and what I'll do is let me start by moving this piece as well. Over here, we'll grab the fence, we'll move the fence up this way. So let's run fence to there, and then fence to here. And then we can get rid of those sections of fences so that we can start making room for getting our other flights to arrive. So the first thing that I'm keen on is that we now need to find a way to actually go double deck so that we can find spots for our aircraft. And if we go double, we can actually run them down here as well. That's actually quite useful. Now let's see if we go medium. But a little bit more expensive. So let's go with the cheaper ones for now. And I'm thinking something like that. So we should be able to do at least 2 of them in here. Though, what I'm also wondering about is if we do one here and then one there. Hang on, wait, how does that, that's about the right spaces there. Maybe we shouldn't do them, maybe we shouldn't run them down here, and then instead run it like this, and on the opposite side we'll do passengers remote stands. Yeah, something like this. This feels about right to me, because I want to effectively use this as the terminal building. We'll just expand this terminal building here. We'll do mediums over there. Yeah, I kind of like the idea, but the one thing that I'm just thinking out loud now is maybe we need to provide enough space for us to do a looping taxiway. I wouldn't mind the idea of a looping taxiway, and I'm not going to be able to do much over here right now. So let's let me try. Should we stick with what we've got just for the time being, and then as we get a little bit better with our money situation, we'll try and expand it a little bit more. Now I think what we'll do is I'm gonna go and get rid of a little bit of this. Okay, we'll get a tad more terminal building in place here. Ooh, that actually is quite pricey, so let's not do the entire extent of it. I'll just do maybe something like that at 60k over there. Oh my goodness, there goes our, you just a little while like that, and now you've got a cow running out on the airport. Okay, so that's a slight expansion of what we've got there. Let's quickly get this up, all secured, zoned up. Like so, and we also need a little bit more of the carpet. Let's get the carpet in there too. at the same time, like so. Now, with that in mind, we do now need to go ahead and double deck stuff as we go. But maybe for the time being, we'll not do that. So let's see. So if we go medium stance, I'm gonna go with, is it 5, 6, 7 wide on the mediums? I think is about right. Probably didn't need to expand that as much. So let's do 1 over here, and then 7 wide, and then the other one is gonna go ahead and go on that side. Okay, so something like that is the name of the game. We'll close these two up and we'll start getting our taxiway in here. So from a taxiway perspective, we are again gonna run the middle, and we're gonna run the middle up here. Not too sure up to where exactly. Is that about right? Well, anyway, we'll see. We'll run the middle for the time being. I think that's going to be just fine. Okay, now let's grab the asphalt, the standard asphalt stuff that we've been using. If I can find it. Here we go. We are filling off fuel tanks and things like that as projects. So let's fill this one up here. Okay, so the question is really up to where do we do the 7 wide. So the 7 wide I think needs to run a little something like this. Now what we're not doing, we still have this guy kind of running out over here. Let's pause the game for a second. What I'm thinking of doing here is just give me a little bit of fence line, and we'll just block this guy in, and I believe he should disappear once we've blocked him. Yeah, there we go. So that's actually the way to deal with it, it seems. Okay, now what we're missing here is the ability for vehicles to drive here. But maybe what we can do is we can just run the vehicles on there also. I think that should be fine, right? So let's grab the vehicles, the service road piece for instance. We'll grab service road section, we'll run it up there, and then we'll run it up over here, and we'll cross that section right over there, and we can still run all the other bits and pieces. We'll see how we tie in with the other side of things. For the time being, we can just do something like that and see if that works. Maybe do a little bit roundabout or something over here. Yeah, it could be useful at some point. Now let's continue to grab some of the asphalt in here, and we'll run that up here like so. I think that's going to be sufficient for now. So let's see about getting these guys in here and get them all tied up. Oh, hang on. There's a little piece that I'm missing here. Can I? What is this? Oh, that's the waste depot. Can I do it on the top of it though? No, I'll have to get rid of those little sections. And now we'll do taxiway. Come on. There we go. There we go. And now I can finish that off. There we go. Like so. So now they will be kind of tied in. Now we just need to tie in the rest of this. And my question is, do I run it over here, or do I bring it up a little bit? I think we'll run, so we can potentially run 2 of them. We'll see. I think we'll probably have to do numerous versions of this taxiway. Numerous versions. So we'll run. Actually, well, let's start it off like this. And over there, and over there. And that's going to be the starting point for our taxiway. And we'll probably have to kind of do it different types and things like that. So let's run it in over here. Actually, I'm needs to go. Yeah, okay. So something like like that basically. So these are little slightly narrower little sections over here, even the big planes, because they're not going to be able to wing clip things up there. So now grab me the rest of this. Oh, did I miss a section? Yeah, I believe that section there is not done properly as per our cheating way. We're cheating a little bit to save on money, because we are running out of money really quickly. So let's get another little section of taxiway, fill it in over there. I believe that should do the trick. Now let's quickly finish off this one all the way through there and then up here. Okay, now I do need us to quickly double check that we are still doing some R&D. Yeah, we have run out of R&D stuff. So let's get the Maverick trucks up and running. We'll get the franchise shops going, because that's something that I'm going to be keen to start putting in there. And over here we'll get those going on. There we go. Now we've got a little bit of that going on. Airport relations, high security alert, supplier discount, and union relations. So what does this do? 5% supplier discount on aviation fuel. Oh, absolutely want to get some people onto that straight away. How's our money situation going for the time being? We are actually still making some money on hours, on some of the hours. So it is good. It is very good. Okay, now we've got our very first, we can probably open this one up. So this was, how did I name these guys? This is small stand 1, so this will be medium 1. So if we go and say medium 1, there we go, medium 1. There is the question, however, about this kind of stuff, and probably about how we're going to have yeah, so the baggage handling facilities needs to go in here somewhere, but for the time being we can probably use this one. Or no, we should probably build whatever is going to be next for the baggage handling stuff. It's going to have it over here, probably going to have it underground. Maybe we'll have a little bit of use this for a ramp down this area here, something like that. Go ramp down, we'll build it underneath here. But maybe for the time being, let's do this, because we don't have a lot of money. I do want us to get the medium flights in here, and then we can see about dealing with that. This thing is a little off center, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. So let's just trim one of them back. Just for the sake of not looking the way it does. That's going to be okay. We do see some of that. I know some of you are probably going to be worried about this, but we'll see how we get there. Okay, so if we want to get this to work, I'm thinking initially we'll go over here and then we'll upgrade to the top level. It seems useful for the time being. So let's grab ourselves the door. Can I just, can you switch off that? Yeah, so it is in fact that one there. So we'll open that up there. Nice. So there we go. That'll work. Projects are being done. So let's pop in here again. These are done. So let's get quality kitchens done. Hang on. Okay, and now we don't need any more here, so we'll see about getting those guys in there. Now we've got one extra administrator. I'm thinking supplier discount. That'll be quite helpful for us, I think. Okay, now with that in mind, now let's see. So what I'm thinking is we need some of these desks, right? So we want boarding desks, actually. The automated variety. I'm thinking on this side only. Let's do like 3 of them. I like that kind of setup, and we'll get some seating. Standard big seating over here, ready for action. We'll get a little bit of room over there. Something like this as our seating arrangement for the mediums over here. And then we'll get a little bit more of this going on. Yeah, let's do up to say there, and then over here. and then that'll run you of this. Okay, now let's see about tying these in. So if I say over there and over there and over here, remember the whole skier area piece. Let's quickly do that. Oh, it actually did connect up all by itself. Let's make sure to connect this. I want to connect this baggage bay. This one, we'll connect that one over there, and I think that's going to be sufficient for us to actually open it up and get it to run. But we will do that in the next episode. So guys, thank you so much for watching. We will see some medium flights in the next episode, and hopefully we'll start making tons more money off of our medium flights so that we can then repay our loan and continue our expansion and get up to the big planes, which we already can do based on our research, but we do need to get the money to build the facilities, and we need to go double deck over here and probably underground for our other baggage handling facilities in this specific location. I'm kind of wondering, a slightly bigger underground facility underneath the stands over here could actually be a reasonable thing to do. Might be pretty good. Okay guys, if you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button, leave some comments down below, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.